The only thing stopping a hallway of dedicated officers from entering room 111 and 112 was the on-scene commander, who decided to place the lives of officers before the lives of children.
That's the head of the Texas Department of Public Safety. Less than a month after the Uvalde shooting, he delivered the cold truth to lawmakers. Think about what you just heard for a second. An on-scene commander who placed the lives of officers before the lives of children. In other words, he stopped officers from running to the sound of gunfire. That commander is Pete Arredondo, chief of the Uvalde School District Police. Today, he dodged reporters, you can see him right there, and refused to testify publicly about his decisions during those 74 minutes that children died and bled to death, and he waited outside the door. Today confirmed the worst. Police in Uvalde waited for an hour and 15 minutes, 74 minutes before confronting a gunman that spent that hour and 15 minutes killing kids. The police had the guns, they had rifles, they had bulletproof shields, they had body armor. They had everything they needed to confront that gunman. They just didn't have the orders, and the man giving the orders didn't have the courage. Virtually everything we were told in the initial days after the shooting turned out not to be true. Of course, the Border Patrol tactical team that eventually ignored the chief and went in are heroes. Here's one's ball cap. He was off duty, didn't even have time to put his helmet on. He ran in. In fact, when we were told on scene and then relayed to you for days that the classroom door was locked and that's what delayed police, well, that appears untrue as well.
There's compelling evidence that the law enforcement response to the attack at Robb Elementary was an abject failure and antithetical to everything we've learned over the last 2 decades since the Columbine massacre.
In other words, the billions we've spent on training police to respond to active shooters, well, you might as well have bought the police in Uvalde water guns, or at least the officers who were listening to Chief Arredondo. His crew of 19 officers were standing outside the door while those children bled to death inside. Daniel Linsky is here, former superintendent of the Boston Police Department, now managing director at Kroll and Associates. First to Kelly Meyer in Washington, where the Senate has now agreed, at least in principle, to do something after Uvalde, including about $20 billion of new spending. Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Leland. Well, that's right. The Senate just releasing this text for the bipartisan gun safety deal just reached here. Now, the bill falls short of what Democrats and President Biden wanted, but Democrats are praising this as the most significant piece of gun legislation in decades. Here's what's inside. Enhanced background checks for those under 21, funding for mental health and school safety, incentives for states to implement red flag laws that allows firearms to be removed if a person is deemed dangerous to themselves or others. And it limits the boyfriend loophole that keeps guns out of the hands of domestic abusers, unmarried or not. It was those last 2 items that were causing the delay in reaching the deal here on Capitol Hill, concern with conservatives that it infringed on Second Amendment rights. Now, here's what's not in it. Expanded background checks on all firearm sales in the country, a ban on assault weapons, and raising the age to buy those weapons. Now, top Senate Republican Mitch McConnell already signaling he would support the text of this bill, which is a big sign in getting other Republicans on board, which they will need in order to get this passed. And they were really pushing this to the limit here. They had to get this text out by tonight, by Tuesday night, in order to have any hope of passing it before they leave for their 2-week recess. They only have a couple more days here, though, on Capitol Hill to have a vote on this. And I wanted to add, because we are hearing from the NRA tonight, announcing their opposition to this bill, saying, quote, it can be abused to restrict lawful gun purchases, infringe upon the rights of law-abiding Americans, and use federal dollars to fund gun control measures being adopted by state and local politicians. Leland?
And on the other side, I'm sure going to have Democrats who say it doesn't go far enough, therefore they won't support it as well. Kelly, thank you very much. A little bit of work for Congress to do before their vacation. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.